coming to us from Karnataka should make the Congress party smile. The Congress is surging ahead in early leads. The Congress has already crossed the halfway mark of 113. Right now at 118 as we speak, the BJP at 82. Madhav, would you want to come in here?
Yeah, well, as you were saying, it's not over until the fat lady sings, which basically means, especially now, what I find very fascinating is at one level you have Congress workers celebrating at the headquarters in Delhi. On the other hand,
already is it?
You know, that's the funny part today. It's like rain and sunlight together 2 days ago in Delhi. You know, you don't know what's going on. You know, you look at the fact that you have run headlines saying that choppers are ready and flights are being booked for resort politics. The other thing
is... The Congress says we need to be cautious.
Exactly. So they are taking no chances because, you know, from Veerappan's times when elephant poaching was the issue in Karnataka, now we have MLA poaching as an issue. And Mr. Amit Shah, whether it's true or not, has created for himself an image of a late-coming, fixer. And that is kind of making Congress extra cautious. But let me also notice that the subtext from what your video showed very clearly is that even if Congress wins, as seems likely, there is this whole syndrome of the chief minister's raise up. So MLAs are still going to be in demand.
Yes.
And in getting out, that's why you invoke the gods at 7 a.m. by going to the temple and then start serenading the MLAs around 9:30. It's an interesting day in Karnataka.
It's an interesting
It's raining, I believe.
It'll keep the economy going.
Yeah.
Either which way.
Either which way. You know, the macroeconomics of, you know, as somebody said from the Association of Democratic Reforms, I think, no, it was Santosh Hegde, who was the Lok Ayukta of Karnataka, who said that politics is the most lucrative career in India. So, you know, it's not a very flattering thing to hear. But, you know, it goes to show that in some way or the other, in posts or in terms of assurances, in terms of constituency benefits, lots of discussions are there. We are in a fully fledged parliamentary democracy, even though Mr. Modi and his team would make us believe we are in a presidential system because individual leaders matter. But, you know, ultimately, it's all about every MLA.
It is, isn't it? Akshata, would you want to come in here? Leads, and these are early leads. They are suggesting that the Congress party
so the battle
has already crossed the magic figure of 113. It's at 120 right now. I mean, the numbers will keep changing. But I think this large trend we are seeing on our screens, this should continue. But the numbers, the numbers will keep changing. The JDS at 23 as we speak, Akshata.
Right. I think, you know, this should have been an easy win for Congress considering the way BJP has, portrayed itself in the past 3.5 years, right? Sudden stepping down of a very popular leader, Yedurappa, bringing in a new CM. Also, you know, it was right at the time when COVID hit. So there were a lot of weaknesses of BJP that actually lie, you know, blatant in front of the voters, and they were not very quick or sharp in covering them up. So, you know, you can never really predict what's going to happen in Karnataka, but if you compare the situation, this was comparatively an easy win for Congress. So if they do not manage to win these elections, you know, it's just going to be difficult for them in the upcoming other state elections. Whereas for BJP also, considering the fact that the voters were already aware of the kind of infighting happening within Congress, it should have been a little easy for them to capitalize, you know, on the voters. But as we can see, probably, you know, the lack of leadership, bringing in, you know, 50 plus new faces. Some of these things really didn't work very well for BJP. Of course, the points where Congress lost right at the end, where they managed to create some unnecessary controversies, BJP managed to gain some brownie points, but I think it was already too late by then. But even now with, you know, Congress crossing the magic mark, how is it really going to come up with a stable government? Who's going to be the CM face? Whether or not we are going to see any kind of infighting, like you've mentioned that they're already being very cautious. The, you know, choppers are ready, the resorts are ready. So the battle is now about to begin is what I feel.
The battle is about to begin for the Congress party. Akshata has a point there. But here's the question. I know that there'll be a fight between Mr. D.K. Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah. But can the Congress party, for all that Mr. D.K. Shivakumar has done, really risk putting him in the Chief Minister's chair, given the number of ED cases against him?
It's a good point, Shreya, but let me add that, we cannot go for optics of the urban drawing room variety alone.
Because in any case, the urban drawing room variety has not come out and voted. 73%
Exactly.
is the overall voter percentage of Karnataka, which is a record. And Bangalore urban is what, 56%? They give Karnataka 36% of its total GDP. And what is the voter turnout there? 56%.
Exactly.
So I guess
So,
politics
yeah,
is not,
yeah.
unfortunately,
No,
not for
unfortunately,
the...
but there's also the realism that in rural areas, let me begin by saying that I had actually stuck my neck out and said that Shivakumar is going to become the chief minister. Although within the Congress there is this whole gossip or talk that Siddaramaiah has the support of 60 MLAs and you can do nothing without him. But let's remember three things. One is that Shivakumar has led the party with an organizational energy that is being lost in many of the other Congress state units. Karnataka Congress functions like a force in itself with a lot of commitment, talent, and energy. And Shivakumar is certainly responsible. More important, he is a vocaliga.
Can you give me a minute?
Yeah.
I believe Mr. Pawan Khera is reacting to the trends we are seeing on our screens.
Okay, sure.
Let's quickly listen into him.
लड़े उन मुद्दों की जीत हो रही है। भारत जोड़ो यात्रा के वक्त जो मुद्दे शुरू हुए थे वही मुद्दे पूरे चुनाव के अभियान में भी आपको दिखाई दिए और सुनाई दिए।
तो क्या माना जाए कि आप लोगों का जो ये रिजल्ट एक्सपेक्टेड आप लोगों को था या अभी और भी नंबर आपको लगता है कि मेजॉरिटी प्रूफ आपके पास आएगी?
बहुत ही भारी बहुमत से, जैसा कि मैंने आपको कहा, हम सरकार बनाने जा रहे हैं।
So how do you see the trends coming in right now from
Very encouraging, predictable, but very encouraging. We are absolutely confident of forming a government with absolute majority.
So 5 guarantees worked, not Bajrangbali.
5 guarantees worked. God has been kind. And the negative campaign, the divisive campaign of the Prime Minister personally did not work.
I'm joined by Congress leader.
All right, Congress leaders will be much in demand and Dhol Nagada is already playing.
I told you, I saw a tweet because these days people tweet from the spot and there's been some early celebration. I think let's go back to what we were discussing and then I will tell you what I think is the larger significance of this election. The first significance is that vocaligas have become much more friendly to the Congress than the JDS. And Shivakumar is a vocaliga leader.
Correct.
And the Nandini campaign, which we all witnessed, is linked to not just the Karnataka pride, but also the farmer belt. And these things have worked in favor. And so to that extent, the fact that Lingayats and Vocaligas have a barely concealed rivalry in Karnataka. So if one party bets on Lingayats, the other has to sort of go with the Vocaligas, especially with 2024 elections looming. They want to consolidate and hope for that. From that point of view, there is a tilt in favor of Shivakumar. Having said that, let me also say the ED cases are certainly a factor. It will certainly figure in the backroom channels of a Congress because there's rival lobbying with the High Command that we all know. But it's equally true that the Congress, look at Lalu Prasad Yadav, convicted and imprisoned, but he's politically alive and kicking because caste politics in India, community politics and rural goodies as opposed to urban ideas of corruption are very important. Whether the farmers are happy with you, whether you are, done stuff for your local constituency. So in a democracy, you cannot forget the popularity of the mass vote while balancing the credibility of a certain image. An accusation is not a charge sheet. A charge sheet is not a conviction. So, and we all know, both in India and Pakistan, there has been a weaponization of charge sheets and accusations. So increasingly they are being discounted in the political, because when you overdo it, it kind of backfires. Because, you can just write an FIR or file a charge sheet.
There is a serious problem with the agency overreach. I mean, we saw it yesterday in the case of Shah Rukh Khan's son.
Exactly, it's a whole turned around now.
Exactly. What is the CBI now saying? The CBI is saying that the guy Sameer Wankhede, who was investigating the case, actually conspired to trap this
It's
young
a
boy
classic
to
case of
extort
ulta
money.
chor kotwal ko
Kotwal ko
dante
dante.
और
हाँ.
kotwali chor ban jaye.
हाँ.
You know, this is becoming a syndrome. That's why I feel that, you know, as we say, let me come up with one more Delhi auto rickshaw saying कि दाल में नमक चलता है but नमक में दाल नहीं चलता. When the EDs and CBI go left, right and center, like, you know, it becomes an overdoing, you know.
I think we can go to Deepak Bopanna. And why are we going to Deepak Bopanna? Not because of the celebrations we are seeing in the Congress party, but because of the fact, Deepak, that the Congress party, it seems, is ready for what is to come. They have easily crossed the halfway mark. The numbers are changing from 120, it's gone to 115, but these are early leads, which means it's time for them to prepare. Choppers are ready, and all